Oh yeah, here we go. Some good old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Of course, I can't say I've played the actual arcade game. I did play this version on the NES. Let's go ahead and change that screen size so we get a full screen here. Oh yeah, we gotta go with my boy. Gotta go with my boy Raphael. That was my favorite. I heard there's not a whole lot of difference in this game, just like an extra level or two on the NES version, which is strange because usually the arcade is always the supreme version, but let's see how the arcade is. Oh, this definitely brings back nostalgia for me. I remember, I think the Ninja Turtles were probably one of the first real big things that I was a fan of as a kid. Well, I mean, I loved Godzilla movies, those kind of things, but I didn't go crazy like I did with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, my brother and I, growing up, holy smokes, we had toys and videos and you name it. We had a tent, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle tent. We had blankets, pillows, sheets, all of that stuff. I mean, most of them probably smelled like piss, but what kids didn't? Anyways, this was probably the first real big show that we went head over heels over. In fact, I think I remember even playing a Tiger Electronic game of this. And even though, you know, I could go back to it and say, oh, this is horrible, because frankly, you know, looking back, Tiger Electronics were horrible. We didn't care back then. It was another way of playing. But I do believe we did have this version on the NES, and I do believe my brother and I we had gotten to the point in this game where we had so much practice that we never lost a single life in the game. So yeah, let me tell you though, I'm definitely going to lose many lives in this game. That's why I'm starting with the arcade game. Then I'm definitely, you know, playing on the Cowabunga collection for all that nostalgia. So you're not going to just see this one, you're going to be seeing a whole slew of them. I remember we had this one. I believe we had the original, which I never beat because of that stupid electronic dam, or the level with all the electronic vines and crap, the bombs. It's almost like the what is it? The jet skiing level on Battletoads. Holy smokes. But very thankful that they finally are like, you know, Ninja Turtles games should definitely be beat 'em ups. I mean, they dabbled in a few things here and there. You had Tournament Fighter, which I believe is also in this collection. Which, depending what version you got of that, was either really good or really bad. I remember the regular Nintendo version was just horrifically bad. I believe my cousin had the Super Nintendo version of it, which was actually pretty decent. So, But then we get into the Game Boys, you know. I had the first Game Boy game that they had, which was extremely easy. So it'll be a treat for me to be able to play the other two on this collection. So 100%, let me just tell you, when I played the second and third Game Boy games, that is a blind playthrough. I have never played those before. Much like the Manhattan Project will be a blind playthrough. In fact, I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 will be a blind playthrough. I don't think I've even played that. If I have, I don't remember it. I know it's a lot like, you know, Ninja Turtles 2 on NES, but I did play Turtles in Time, though, and I did beat it, so we'll probably be playing the arcade and the Super Nintendo version just so we can see how they differ, if they differ. I don't know. So that first fight was pretty easy with old Bebop. Here's the thing about these beat-em-ups. I remember the purple foot soldiers. Oh, there's the Mousers. Alright. Pop in a bunch of quarters. But I remember the purple foot soldiers. That was your standard. And maybe there was a surprise super foot soldier from time to time, but I don't remember all the different colors that they got in this game. Correct me if I'm wrong, I just don't remember unless they added those later, but this is kind of based on the cartoon, so I don't remember there being that many diversified colors of foot soldiers. I guess they had to do it to kind of make you feel like you weren't fighting the same enemy. I don't know. But I remember the most common enemies in the cartoon were the foot soldiers and the Mousers. I remember those the most. And then, of course, your main baddies that were there for either comic relief or just because they were the main baddies, like Crane and Shredder. Oh! Pre-Moth Baxter Stockman. You know, I'm kind of amazed. 30-something years later, and I still remember all of the names. I never watched any of the Nickelodeon ones or anything like that. Once the original series was over and I watched the first two movies, in fact, I think the second movie was one of the first ones I ever saw in theaters. I never watched anymore. I never really got into it anymore. Like I said, we had a ton of toys and everything like that. But, much like a lot of other things, somehow you just kind of fell out of it and you didn't even realize it. Let me know what your favorite character was, though. Everybody was a big Michelangelo guy where I was, but I was like one of the few that was all about Raphael. Alright. Can't be doing... Man, he's a pain to try to get a hold of, but I remember in the Nintendo game you had to do this. I don't remember this many Mousers, though. And he just keeps dropping them. Oh my goodness. This is annoying. There we go. Alright. This level done. Next one. Come and get him, Shellbrain. Oh yeah.